it is from Kathmandu, OUTLNE Media, Babarmahal, Kathmandu manager Samjhana Paudel to address us and tell your views. Over to you, madam.
Namaste. Assalamu alaikum and very warm greetings from Kathmandu, Nepal. At first, I want to say thank you so much, OUTLNE and entire team of AMCA. And here in this meeting, Gururaj already described more about the issue. So I'm going to share about from my side. Please focus on journalism and journalists. I have a very few slides. So please, Master Sir, allow to me. I'm going to share my presentation here.
You can share. You can share. I think you can share.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, madam. It's clear.
Yes. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Here in my first slide and second slide, there is no more. It's already described about Gururaj Paudel sir. While the first wave no so deadly, the second wave has turned to be a deadly in Nepal. Positivity rate is high. I just summarize because you can see my screen. I think so. And then economically, COVID-19 forced Nepal towards even greater burden. Nepal's economy is projected to grow by only 0.6% in 2021. Just I enter my our issue, COVID-19 and Nepali journalism. 70% journalists reported difficulty to collecting reports, lack of safety equipments, and then more than 40% journalists reported to have said that there was direct impact on their income. And then 61% journalists had to make their saving use during the pandemic, and 37% had to take loan to make in meet. Then COVID-19 and Nepali journalism, lack of needful training, orientation on pandemic-related reporting. A majority of journalists were unaware about how to report during the crisis. As a result, many of them did not adopt safety protocols. In other words, they were caught off guard. And here is a few data. It's according to FNJ. FNJ, I think FNJ, you know, FNJ, Federation of Nepali Journalists. Journalists infected rate is 1,000 and 50% active cases and death is 20. The COVID-19 Nepali journalism short-term impact, vulnerable working conditions, no payment of salary. Still some of friends mine, they are not getting salary, and some of them job cuts and leave without pay, pressure leave. And then here, Kantipur Media Group, and the renowned media house of our country. In this media house, also 40% staff also cut the 40% of the staff salary. And then long-term impact of pandemic, threat to traditional media, uncertainty of media houses, lack of motivation, psychological impact. 40% of journalists said that they were not optimistic about the future of Nepali journalism. You know, where I'm working, OUTLNE Media, we are also complete the one small scale resource. We also find the same things. Here is data, however, on a positive note, and the journalists said that they will continue their career in journalism despite the current challenges. You can see here, people say, I will continue my journalism career. 87.4% people, and thinking to change my profession 4.2%, thinking to change media house 0.5%, and planning to start my own media house 1.2%, very little amount, and haven't thought anything about it 5.5%, 1.2% other, and that 0.1% can say this is also the FNJ report. And then pandemic and female journalists. Female journalists faced multiple impact due to the pandemic, due to the vulnerability, and then other things. In case where the husband were infected, female journalists have had multiple burdens, take care of husband and others members, and to media reporting, perform household, multiple responsibility. And then OUTLNE Media's interaction, we did 7 provinces, all provinces of Nepal in the interaction with a female journalist. And then we found that many of them felt psychological pressure due to the chance of putting their family members at risk. Sometimes their husbands, sometimes their children, and others members also. And then what next? I think it is more important because we face same problem, because our profession is same. That's why I think because of profession, we have similar experience during COVID-19, but something different, which is depend on our government and then government facility and financial status of their media house and their policy. But we have to do something for betterment. And then what next? My opinion is provisions to safe working environment needed from media house, and adequate safety resources such as masks, PPE sets, and sanitizer. You know, while the first wave in Nepal, we have no PPE. There is no PPE. Even government officials, there is no PPE. And then how can we get, as a reporter, PPE? And then how can we manage our safety? And then proper orientation, training, and pandemic reporting. After a second wave, finally we are here. At least in a Zoom meeting, we can get a chance to share our experience. But in initial phase, in first wave and the second wave, also initially we have no any orientation, any training, and like this program also. So we have no idea how can we move here and there, and how can we collect the news and others matters for our professions. And then other important things is insurance, some form of job certainty. If you have an insurance facility, and then yes, at least we have insurance. If there is something is wrong, we hardly think about this. And then less traditional form of media. Finally, because I have no more things, because I am from Nepal. Guru's details are also in Kathmandu, and I'm also here. So he described many more things about policy, and then the trend of the working trend of the journalists and the government also. So I just put here some slide, because we are a journalist, and then what is the problem of journalists, and how they working, what are the bad things because of journalists. So I just complete here my words, my presentations. Thank you so much again, Opul sir and the AMCA, and over to you, Masa sir.